How you doing, my little dessert junkies? I hope you are well. I hope your week is going fantastic. Now, little mistake I made in last week's video. I actually loaded it up like the day before the announcement that Explode unfortunately has been cancelled due to unforeseen circumstances, and I am sure that the people that are organising it had very good reason to cancel it. In saying that, I am still going to be in Melbourne on the 8th of March, and there's still going to be a gathering, I believe, at Fed Square. So if you're going to be in Melbourne and you're going to go to Explode, please still come, and I would love to meet you in person so you can point at me and go, that's that person from the internet. Anyway, this week's video, you guys seem to like things when I make them with yogurt. So here's another great yogurt recipe. This is a raspberry yogurt cake.
Okay guys, to get started we need into our bowl some butter, which is now come to a room temperature and is very soft, so you can squish it in between your fingers. That's what we're going with. Then it's time to add in our caster sugar. And we're going to whip these together until they become nice, pale and fluffy. So of course going from a dark yellow colour like so to a lovely pale colour like this. This is what we're going for. The best way to test this, of course, is get a little bit and rub it in between your fingers. If you feel grit, it hasn't dissolved properly. We're going to add in 3 eggs. Now, I'm not going to show you how to add in 3 eggs multiple times, but essentially you want to add your egg and then work it into your butter sugar mixture till it's fully combined. So essentially you shouldn't see any of that egg left over in the butter and the sugar. It'll start to become light and more fluffy, and that's the air that we're going to need for this cake. It's very important that you try and get as much air as you can into this cake to make it light and fluffy. Now our flours, equal parts. We've got self-raising flour here, and then I've also got some plain flour. I'm sifting these so there is no lumps, and it is once again all nice and light when we incorporate it. So into our butter sugar mixture, we're going to add about half the flour and slowly start to work that a little bit. Don't go too hard, and of course don't try and beat out the air that you've just worked really hard to put in there. Then we've got half our yogurt. Now this is just no fat Greek yogurt. I love this stuff. I live on it. Good with, sprinkling of honey in the morning on your cereal. Totally recommend it. Once again, going to work that in, not trying to beat out too much of the air. And then repeat that until you've used up all the flour and the yogurt. Now I did forget to put just a little bit of vanilla in there because sometimes the Greek yogurt has a bit of a sour taste, just to counteract. Now I've lined this springform tin just like I showed you in last week's video with the cheesecake. If you haven't checked that out, there's something wrong with you. Please go check out my lemon cheesecake recipe. Then we're going to put the batter into the bottom of the tin, and we're going to try and get this sort of as even as possible. So don't try and load it on one side, because we want this to sort of rise evenly. And of course, if you lump it on one side, ain't going to work. Now to work this towards the corner, as you can see, I'm not going straight into the corner. I'm sort of pushing the batter into the corner, and I'm trying to, get it as level as I possibly can. Don't worry, this doesn't have to be perfect too, by the way, because we're going to cover it in the beautiful raspberries. Now, where I live in the tropics. We don't get raspberries, essentially. We get lovely frozen ones. So I'm just getting around a cup, 250 grams of frozen raspberries, and I'm sprinkling these on the top of my cake, making sure that they're nice and even, and try and get rid of as much of those sugary icicles as you can. Now, you don't have to use raspberries. You can use blueberries. You can use mixed berries, strawberries. Go nuts, guys. We want to bake this in the oven, 180, 350 Fahrenheit, for around 40 to 45 minutes. Make sure you check it before you take it out. The beautiful raspberries, dusting of icing sugar. Yum.
There you have it, guys. Trust me, you're going to love this one. So if you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button above. I make videos every Wednesday, and I'm trying to get 2,000 subscribers before my second YouTube birthday, which is the 20th of April. Also, you can check out my Virgin Kitchen. Barry, all the way in the UK, I send you some Australian dessert treats to try out his video. Very entertaining. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all next week.